At Vital Signs, we believe preparation is power, especially when every second counts. Imagine this: you're 67 years old, home alone on a quiet afternoon. You're folding laundry, thinking about what's for dinner, when suddenly there's a strange pressure in your chest. It's not the kind of pain you've seen in movies. There's a dull ache creeping into your arm, and your stomach feels unsettled. You hesitate. Maybe it's just something you ate, but deep down, something feels wrong. Studies show that seniors who suffer a heart attack alone have a 70% higher risk of not making it than those with someone nearby. That's why what you do in the next moments could decide everything. Here's something most people don't realize. Almost 40% of heart attacks in people over 60 don't look like the dramatic, crushing chest pain we've all heard about. In fact, they can be subtle, so subtle you might shrug them off as nothing. If you're a woman, your risk of these silent symptoms is even higher. Instead of the classic elephant on the chest feeling, you might experience unusual fatigue that comes out of nowhere, pain in the jaw, neck, shoulders, or even between the shoulder blades. Nausea, vomiting, or sudden shortness of breath can be big warning signs, especially if they happen while you're at rest. And then there's that unsettling sense of impending doom, as if your body is quietly sounding an alarm. Take Adelaide's story. At 65, she was preparing dinner for her book club when she began feeling nauseous, with an odd ache between her shoulders. She thought it was the flu. Luckily, her neighbor, a retired nurse, recognized the signs and called 911. Doctors later confirmed it was a significant heart attack. Her survival came down to one thing: someone acted immediately. If you've ever had symptoms that didn't seem urgent at the time, but later turned out to be serious, you know how easy it is to dismiss them. But once you recognize something is wrong, the clock starts ticking. In a heart attack, there's what doctors call the golden hour, the first 60 minutes after symptoms begin. But even more critical are the first 60 seconds after you realize something's wrong. Those seconds decide your next move, and that move can save your life. The moment you suspect a heart attack, stop whatever you're doing. Don't finish the chore. Don't wait and see. Sit down immediately, upright in a sturdy chair or against a wall. Knees slightly bent, feet flat on the floor. Never lie flat. It makes it harder for your heart to pump blood to your brain. Then, call 911. Don't call your doctor. Don't call your children first. When the operator answers, say, "I think I'm having a heart attack. I'm over 60, I'm alone, and I need an ambulance immediately." Speak slowly, clearly, and give your address twice if needed. If you have aspirin and aren't allergic, chew, not swallow, one full-strength tablet, 325 milligrams, or 4 baby aspirin, 81 milligrams each. Chewing works faster. That's exactly what Eugene, a 68-year-old retired teacher, did when severe chest pain struck in his workshop. He stopped what he was doing, sat down, called 911 with the exact wording, and chewed aspirin. Those 60 seconds felt endless, but they set in motion everything that saved his life. Could you remember those exact words if you were in shock? It might sound simple now, but in the moment, adrenaline can scramble your thoughts. While you wait for paramedics, there's something else you can do that can make their job easier and save precious minutes. Prepare your environment. If it's safe and won't require too much effort, unlock your front door. Turn on your porch light and the lights leading to where you're sitting, even during the day. If you have pets, calmly secure them in another room. And if you can reach it without overexertion, place your medication list, insurance cards, and medical history where paramedics can see it immediately. Sylvia, a 72-year-old widow, had a bright red folder with all her medical information right by the kitchen table. When paramedics arrived, they grabbed it instantly, which helped them make faster decisions about her treatment. That one bit of preparation can shave off minutes when minutes matter most. But here's the truth. Even with the perfect setup, panic can undo everything. When fear kicks in, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid, putting more strain on your heart. That's where a specific breathing technique can help keep you stable until help arrives. Place one hand on your chest and one on your belly, making sure the belly hand moves more than the chest hand. Breathe in gently through your nose for a count of 4, hold lightly for 6, Exhale slowly through pursed lips for 4, as if blowing out a candle. This 4-6-4 pattern helps maintain oxygen flow without overworking your heart. Leonard, a 69-year-old mechanic, used it after his second heart attack began. It didn't take away the pain, he said, but it kept me from passing out. Go ahead, try it with me right now while you're calm. Because in a real emergency, you won't have time to learn it.
Now, here's where many seniors make deadly mistakes. They try to drive themselves to the hospital. They call a family member before calling 911. They take someone else's heart medication or swallow multiple aspirin thinking more is better. Or they lie down flat because they feel weak. Maxine, a 74-year-old from Florida, lost over 20 minutes this way, calling her daughter, then waiting for her to arrive before getting medical help. Those minutes caused more heart muscle damage that could have been avoided. The reality is this: calling 911 right away isn't overreacting. Emergency responders would rather come to 10 false alarms than miss one real heart attack.
When you know what to do, everything changes.
You go from feeling vulnerable and alone to confident and in control. Clarence, a 66-year-old widower, learned these steps and started teaching them to other seniors at his community center. I went from being afraid of living alone, he said, to being the one people come to for advice. That's what this knowledge gives you: independence, dignity, and the ability to act when it matters most. If this information could save your life or the life of someone you love, share it. Tell your friends, your neighbors, your family. In the comments, share your own emergency preparedness tips, or tell us about a time when quick thinking made a difference. Remember, being prepared today could mean you're still here tomorrow.